It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Geno Jones Showtime. So I'm here live. I'm glad you're here too. A couple minutes tardy. Hey, it's my show. What can I say? So Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. It's a couple minutes after 7:30. A couple minutes after 6:30 in Chicago, Chi-Town. Everybody on the Central Time Zone. So from Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Memphis, St. Louis, Missouri, down in Little Rock, Arkansas, Dallas, and Houston, Texas, New Orleans. Live in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and in Portland, Oregon, where my little grandson, Hendrix Blue Vaughn, actually it's Hendrix Johnny Blue Vaughn, little Hendrix is doing his thing. I just got a chance to see him when I came on camera. All right, everybody out on the West Coast, 4:30. I need you to do something for me right now. Click on the like button right below. You see it. See that thumbs up? Hit it one time for a brother. Like, share, subscribe. So click on the thumbs up, like, share this episode, copy and paste the link, share it with everybody, share it on every social media platform you know and don't know, and tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show new YouTube channel. Yes, two words are coming out at the same time. Tell them to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel, and we're going to have a new start time programming note in a couple weeks, less than 2 weeks. Our new start time is going to be 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. So we'll be coming on 30 minutes earlier in less than 2 weeks. But right now, we're here, right now. By the way, the show is interactive. So for everybody watching me live right now, jump in that chat room if you want me to shout you out. Cancers, celebrating a birthday, stand-up cancers. I see you doing your thing. I think Forrest Whitaker and Eddie Griffin, they have birthdays today, and happy heavenly birthday to my girl Kiki Shepard. Showtime at the Apollo was doing her thing. She'd have been 75. I think Forrest Whitaker, 75 today. So if it's your day, cancers, it's your time to shine. The July babies, stand up. Heat babies, hotter than July. Stevie Wonder had an incredible album called Hotter Than July. Shout out to Stephen Hardaway Morris, a.k.a. Stevie Wonder. Okay, so let me do this. Today's monologue, relatively short and sweet. We got, as a matter of fact, shout out to R&B star Roy Chip Anthony was going to be on today. We had to move him to Friday because he's got a brand new album that's out. So Friday, we're going to be talking about his brand new album. But today, I want to talk about, so earlier this week, I believe Monday, a 25-year-old Hispanic man was here legally. Before y'all start with this illegal bullshit, he was actually here legally, legal status, had a real Social Security number, you know, not one of them bootleg numbers that he paid for. Actually, so he was legit. He was about as legal as you can be. He had legal status with a Social Security card, a permission to work here in America. Had a 3-year-old girl. His wife, he was killed by ICE agents in front of his 3-year-old baby girl, little girl, and his woman. So last week, it was a man in Houston that was killed by ICE agents. As a matter of fact, so this man, a Hispanic brother in Maine, some little Middleton, Maine, some little town in Maine. The 25-year-old Hispanic man that ICE killed wasn't even the dude they were looking for. These are the most incompetent, and they're paying these sons of bitches like $100,000 with their incompetent, violent, racist, misogynist, sexist, evil, demonic, spirited ass. So you so stupid, you approach the wrong man and you shoot the man through his windshield and you kill him with his baby and his woman in the car. Then you're like, oh, I thought the public was in danger. And he wasn't even the dude that they were looking for. He was not the man whose name was on a warrant. I'm so shocked they even had a warrant. Don't know if that was a judicial warrant, they got it from a judge, or if they got it out of a Cracker Jack box, or somebody just took a pen or a Sharpie and just wrote on some typing paper on the back of a damn napkin or something. So you kill a man, and it's not even a person that you were looking to apprehend. Same thing in Houston. This man had been in America 30 years. Business. You killed this man, and his son found out about his dad being killed, being murdered by ICE agents on social media. He saw the video, and he knew his dad's voice crying for help. Now, supposedly, these ICE vehicle stops are suspended until further notice, according to the folks who's running ICE. But their Orange Lord and Master, Orange Hitler, is like, nope, nope, we gonna keep this up. I need y'all to keep this up. So I want him to keep it up. I want Orange Hitler, keep it up. Because you are sabotaging the rest of the Republicans. It is a midterm election, and these Republicans that's got to run for re-election or is trying to keep control of the United States House and the U.S. Senate are like, dude, I need you to you fucking it up for everybody. You ain't killing the worst of the worst. You ain't capturing and killing the worst of the worst. That was the bullshit line. Oh, we're going to get the worst of the worst. No. You are killing the best of the best. That's even here legally. But they don't matter. White nationalism is rooted in hatred, bigotry, ignorance, and fear. And the thing is, these billionaires, and a significant number of them have this white nationalist mentality that they are superior because they don't have much melanin, which is show you how stupid they are. But they don't give a shit about, they just use this whole whiteness thing, this made up con game of whiteness, social construct. Because Europeans never referred to themselves as white until like the 1600s, for the most part. They came up with this system so they could somehow distract poor Europeans that they didn't give a shit about, that they looked down upon, that they referred to as peasants, that they were never going to be in the elite class, the royalty and the wealthy European class. They didn't give a shit about these poor Europeans. They called them peasants. Or in America, they call them white trailer trash. The same deal. Just a different name. Same sentiment, same meaning, but they had to come up with this con of race. Well, now, if these poor Europeans realize that us wealthy Europeans really don't give a shit about them, don't want to be bothered with them, and if we could figure out a way to just get rid of them, exterminate them, get rid of them, we would, but it's more them than us, and if they ever figure this out, then we are in trouble. So we gotta make them think that them dark folks on that dark continent with all those resources, with all the gold and diamonds and precious metals and minerals and rich, lush soil that can grow all type of food that we can't grow in Europe because we got a shitty climate. We can't grow the crops that you can grow in Africa, and we don't have the resources underground. Not to mention the oil. Africa is a resource-rich continent, which is why Europeans went in and basically invaded. They called it colonizing. Colonizing basically is like breaking and entering. Like somebody breaking into your house, you were charged with breaking and entering. Well, no, I'm not breaking and entering. I'm colonizing this house. Fuck you, colonizing. You strong arm robbery. This is what we call breaking and entering. Larceny, which is stealing. And that's all of a part. That's all a part of it too. So let's bring it back. So, but the point I want to make today, one of the main points is, because now remember, they're going after Haitians. Haitians have something called temporary protective status. Well, they're going after that. So they took that away from the Haitians and the Syrians. Okay. Who's Haitian? What does a Haitian look like? A Haitian could look like me. A Haitian could look light, bright, damn near white. Could be blue, black, blue, black, post midnight black, and every shade in between. So I started off sharing a story about the 25-year-old Hispanic man up in Biddleton, Maine, shot and killed. Shot through his windshield. ICE, supposedly, they thought they were looking for this Hispanic man that they killed. Turned out he was the wrong man. He was not the man whose name was on the warrant. So trying to apprehend somebody, they killed a person who they were not even legally supposed to apprehend. Same situation in Houston, Texas. But what I want Black America to know and understand, what you see happening, what you see happen to that 25-year-old Hispanic man earlier this week in Maine, and what happened to that Hispanic dude in Houston, Texas, don't think they don't want to try it, because it's already happened. It's been happening to black folks since we've been in America. Police violence, state-sponsored violence. But this is the federal government. This paramilitary, this racist private military and army that Orange Hitler has put together, called ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. That's what ICE stands for. That's the acronym. Not to mention the CBP, Customs and Border Patrol. The same thing that's happened to those Hispanic brothers. Oh, all these detentions, all these huge detention centers. They're trying to build these detention centers, and even these poor white folks is like, oh no, you're not building that shit here. Big warehouses to put 10, 15, 20,000 people in. If this MAGA code has his way, they won't stop with Hispanic men and women and children. They won't stop with Haitians, because who's Haitian? Who looks Haitian? They want to stop with Venezuelans or Colombians, because you have Afro-Colombians and Afro-Venezuelans. I was looking at the All-Star game. These brothers from Dominican, if they didn't open their mouth and speak Spanish, you look like dudes I knew, grew up with in Chicago. Look like dudes I know right here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. So we need to be awake. We need to understand that the plan is, they may start with these Hispanics, but they're not going to stop. And eventually, you poor white folks that don't kiss the ass of Orange Hitler and bow and bend the knee and bend over and spread your cheeks, if you don't worship the idea, and here's the bad part. Here's the bad part. You vote against your own financial interest. Talking about, oh, the Democrats are communism. You dumb fucks don't know what communism is. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow's monologue. Well, the Democrats, because, well, they're socialists. They're just trying to scare it. And it's not just poor white folks. Just people, too, that anything. Because we're going to talk about socialism. I'm going to explain to you what socialism really is, because much of America practices socialism. Most of it. And guess what? Most people love it. If you're getting Social Security, if you have a fire department in your city or town. You got police, you got fire, you got public parks, you have public transportation, you got public libraries, that L or that subway you ride, you know, the trains in Chicago, the red line, the blue line, the D train, the A train, the F train in New York, you know, MARTA. You got the Metro in DC, you know, BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit out in San Francisco. That's a form of socialism. But we'll talk about it tomorrow. Because this form of capitalism, and I'll explain that tomorrow. This form of capitalism is more like what they call an oligarchy, where you got the billionaires that can control the government and the resources. These labels are just a distraction. But the bottom line, these billionaires don't give a shit about you. They are selfish. And their goal is to, if they could get you to work for free, which they would love to take, you know, black Americans back to slavery, but they wouldn't just stop with black folks. Shit, if you weren't a billionaire, they would do you think they would not if they could enslave poor white? Oh, wait a minute. Oh shit, that's happened before. But they created this construct, called race, for you poor white, MAGA hat wearing, N-word hurling, poor dental plan with no teeth in your mouth, or your teeth are rotted out of your mouth, and you can't get health insurance, and you can't get a raise, and they're building these data centers around your house where you can't sleep because of the noise, and your energy bills going sky high, and they're polluting your water, and telling else you what you're being exposed to. They don't give a shit about you either. All they care about is more money, and they will continue to exploit all of us. This is about power and money at the end of the day. And this MAGA cult is in power. These billionaires, they will continue to use racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia. The trans women are the trans women. WNBA. There's not one trans woman in the WNBA. Not one. Out of over 500,000 athletes in college sports, every college sport, the total number for all the young men and young women athletes in college sports last year was over almost 500,000, over 500,000. So you had over 500,000 athletes playing major college sports, all college sports for the most part. The number was like less than 10 trans athletes out of over 500,000. I see women's softball leagues. I don't see a trans woman taking over no women's sport. But they got you preoccupied with this bullshit. And talking about, the illegals and what the illegals are going to do. Now, they don't talk about the Europeans that are here legally from Europe. They don't even talk about these white racist Afrikaners from South Africa that they've allowed to come here and put them up in Mississippi and found jobs. Well, they found jobs for some of them. Some of them haven't found jobs. Now they're like, oh shit, y'all brought us here. But Owen Hitler said he wants more immigrants from Norway. So if you are illegal or undocumented immigrant from Europe, from Norway or Sweden or Ireland or Italy, then your man is good with that. He don't like the ones from what he called the shithole countries. Africa, the Caribbean, maybe, countries that have large population. Because what a lot of people don't realize, do you realize Brazil, the largest number of enslaved Africans were taken to Brazil. Right behind Brazil was like Colombia, Mexico, even more than America. You didn't know that, did you? Thought America, the most enslaved Africans came here. Nope, nope, nope. Do your own homework. But we'll talk about all that tomorrow too. So, why should I care? Because them Hispanics, they ain't vote for Kamala. It ain't about what they did, because you know what? Now they found out. They fucked around and found out that them white folks don't give a shit about them. And some of them still got their head up Trump's ass, and he is trying to deport them. Like, first day on the job, ICE agents were in Miami, and the first ones they were grabbing up were those Venezuelans that was singing Viva la Trump and all that and bragging on camera talking about we voted for Trump. Well, wait a minute, we voted for Trump. Why are you deporting us? Because they didn't give a shit about you. They don't want your ass here either. So yeah, a lot of them found out. But the point I'm making is, if you think that this regime, this criminal enterprise, this criminal empire, and these evil, demonic, spirited, racist, misogynist, sexist, thug ICE agents, led by their orange lord and master, Orange Hitler, if you think they are going to stop with the Hispanics, the ones that's here legally or illegally, nope, they're not going to stop unless we stop them. I mean, we got to show up. We got to show up, because you're not voting. And it don't make no difference. I don't vote. I'm just going to leave you with this. So all those who say, man, voting doesn't matter, and it's two birds on the same, two wings on the same bird and all that bullshit. If voting did not matter, then why is Orange Hitler and why is this criminal empire and this evil empire and this criminal regime, why are they doing everything in their power to keep your black ass from voting? Orange Hitler's going to go on TV talking about, well, in Atlanta and Georgia, they were cheating, and it's so funny. Barack Obama was president, second term, 2016. So you had a presidential election, 2016. Barack Obama was president. Who won the presidential election in 2016? I'll wait. No, I'll tell you. You don't have to. I won't wait. You don't have to wait. Orange Hitler's first term. But all this cheating somehow went on. Now, let's fast forward it. 2024. Who was the president in 2024? Oh, it was Joe Biden. And who won the presidential election? Even though I think still Elon Musk helped out with the Starlink technology. I without evidence, in my spirit, I know that votes were moved around. Because you know what? When you hear people like Orange Hitler and this MAGA cult, when you hear them accuse the Democrats, black folks, of doing something, it's an admission, it's a confession. The accusation is really an admission. When they accuse Democrats of doing something, they are just admitting to what they are already doing, been doing, or trying to do. It's a confession. Like ushers, this is my confessions, they are confessing. So ironically, these Democrats, all this cheating, but when you had two Democratic presidents, and there were presidential elections in 2016 and 2024, somehow, with all this cheating, Orange Hitler found a way to win. So do you think if Democrats had that kind of control and was cheating, do you think they would have definitely, say you get, Orange Hitler got through and won in 2016. Do you think if the Democrats really had that type of system going on, do you think they would have let this back in the White House in 2024? No way. No way, no how. So it's bullshit. All right? So please, being woke is good. They tried to remix the word woke. Oh, woke is like, woke is being right. No, woke is being aware. Woke means to stay awake. The term woke was created by our ancestors, our black ancestors, over 100 years ago. It was to, especially when you were traveling from the north to the south, they said, stay woke, stay awake, know your surroundings, know what towns you're going through, know what routes you're taking, know the sundown towns, the towns where basically tell you if you're black, you got to be out of this town by sundown or we'll kill your ass. We'll string you up from a tree. You still have some quote unquote sundown towns today in 2026. Yes, in 2026. There was a story of an incident. I think it was a truck driver. Some little small town. They was basically telling him, you know, you black, you better get out of here before sundown. If not, something could happen to you and we can't help you. And you know how sick that is? In 2020, today, the year of our Lord, 2026, and this shit is still going on. Whew, we're in a deep thing in this country. But we have the power. Yes, we, those of us that lean into humanity, compassion, empathy, decency, and black America, we definitely have the power, and they know it. This cult, the MAGA cult, the racists, the billionaires that want to continue to exploit all of us and extract labor out of all of us and extract everything, intellectual property, any talents and gift, and extract it for little or nothing. If they could do it and get it for free, they would. These selfish, greedy mothers, these selfish, greedy bastards, motherfuckers, I'm going to say what I meant. These selfish, greedy motherfuckers, they don't care about you. You being white or not having melanin, or you calling yourself identifying as white, which is some made up bullshit. They don't care about that. They care about green. But they'll make you think that they care about white because they want you to care about white. Because they know if you care about your whiteness, you will vote against your own economic interests. You will vote against the own best interest of the health of you and your family to stand 10 toes down for whiteness, the white man, the white culture, white America. In the meantime, these white Americans that are billionaires that own children and made rich, do you think they give a shit about you? They're trying to take your Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. They already taking away SNAP benefits. You got hundreds of thousands, and the majority of people on SNAP are primarily white women. They don't give a shit. Oh, they don't want white women to vote. Oh, that's right. They this Save America, Save White Nationalism Act. And part of that is they want to set it up to where one person votes for the household, and it's the man. Another part of this law to where if the original name on your birth certificate is not the name on your ID, you can't vote. Who's that going to affect the most? Women who have married and who have changed their name or hyphenated their name. Let me get out of here. Okay, all right. Shout out to you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thanks for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. Yes, you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. You didn't hear what you just heard. Live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Programming note, new start time in about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, new start time will be 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 30 minutes earlier, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Tell everybody, do me a favor right now, once again, click on that thumbs up button right there, click and hit it for a brother. Come on, click, like, share. Copy and paste the link, share it on everybody and any and everybody's social media platform. Share it in a text message, share it in an email, copy and paste the link. So share by copy and pasting the link, share, and Tell everybody. And if you haven't done it, you can do it too. Subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Love you so much. Thank you. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her out. And her Lexi Jones collection, LX.NCL_LX.NCL_. All right, Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He's the CEO, Designer Cuts. Check him out on IG. Kel be cutting up. Kel be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP. If you would like to support Black-owned media, it is so important that we support all of our Black-owned businesses and Black media specifically. We have to have platforms that can speak truth to power. As my grandmother said, tell the truth and shame the devil. That can give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You can cut through the bullshit that leans into our common humanity of all of us, all of our humanity. Because in reality, we are really one part, we're all part of the human race. But those who were evil and greedy and power hungry and wanted to divide us in different countries and continents up for their own self-aggrandizement or for their own self-interest, I digress. Okay, so we'll give it to you straight. So it's so important that we have voices and platforms like this to speak truth to power, to separate fact from fiction, to separate the bullshit from the real. Straight, no chaser. That's the way we give it to you right here. Straight, not on the rocks. You're getting it straight. Straight, no chaser. So you can support my media company and the show financially, and no amount is too large or too small. You can support the show three ways. So via Zelle, use my email address, GenoJonesShow@gmail.com. All right, so you can Zelle whatever financial support, whatever God puts on your heart to support this media company, this mission, this show, my platform, my voice here. You can do it via Zelle, GenoJonesShow@gmail.com. You can Cash App $Dad G Jones, all one word. Oh, by the way, GenoJonesShow@gmail.com is all one word also. Now, Cash App, back to Cash App, $Dad G Jones, capital D, lowercase a d, capital G J, lowercase O-N-E-S. You could be a sponsor or advertise on the show. I'd love to have you sponsor or advertise. Real simple, GenoJonesShow@gmail. Once again, use that Gmail, my email address. That's how you spell my name, GenoJonesShow@gmail. That's all one word, GenoJonesShow@gmail. All right, thank you, everybody. I love you. We'll see you live Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Once again, do it for me right now. Share, click. You can click, or I should say copy and paste the link. Click on that, copy and paste the link. So click on the like button, thumbs up, share, copy and paste the link, and tell everybody to subscribe. Just click on that subscribe button if you haven't done it. Share, and subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel right here.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.